Hi, this is Desiree Huntley. This is my personal philosophy of ethics and nursing. To be honest with you, I've grown a lot in my ethical awareness, probably over the last 3 years. Been greatly exposed to a wide variety in the surgical area of palliative treatments, chronic treatments, emergent treatments, and I've had to have a great deal of conversations with a variety of patients from multiple backgrounds, and I've really just come to the conclusion that it's not about me, and that's been very relieving, quite a burden off of my shoulders. It's my job to do a good job and to ensure that everyone around me has the tools that they need to provide anything that that patient needs. And it's been quite a relief. In the next couple of slides, I'm just going to run you through basically what I think I understand, and any feedback on that. I would love to learn more. When thinking about my professional philosophy on ethics in nursing, I'm always brought back to the Code of Ethics for Nurses, almost specifically Provision 1. Everyone is entitled to human dignity, regardless of their economic status, personal attributes, or nature of their health problems. And as nurses, we're ethically obligated to ensure that all those values are upheld. Provision 2. It is our commitment to the patient, individual, group, and community that patient interest is a primary, that there is no conflict for nurses. And this is an interesting conversation to have moving into the advanced practice role, that we must ensure that we disclose any perceived or actual conflicts of interest. Provision 3. That we protect the privacy and safety and rights of all the patients. This folds in with Provision 4 to ensure that all of the delegation duties and that anyone we delegate, any unlicensed personnel, understands how to protect the privacy of that patient or group. And in Provision 3, we must be knowledgeable about those code of ethics in order to act on those provisions, to ensure that anyone that we are delegating those duties upon can do so safely for our patients and on our behalf. Provision 5. Owing duty the same to self as to others, to maintain competence and continue personal growth. This includes encouraging those whom you work with to continue their professional growth, and even just ensuring competence, and to preserve that integrity of your profession. Provision 6. Participating in establishing and maintaining and improving healthcare environments. This is regardless of union or non-union facilities. There should always be an allowance for a format in which nurses are provided a fair area or hearing area for grievances, just to ensure that working conditions and policies and procedures are set in place. Provision 7. The nurse participates in the advancement of the profession through contributions to practice, education, administration, and knowledge of development. It's always good to have leadership and mentors. It's good to have, even in your individual work areas, to provide opportunities for mentorship and leadership. It could even include mentorship of professions outside of nursing. Provision 8. To collaborate with other health professionals. You should always avoid impositioning your cultural values upon others. In working with the public, make sure that you're working with them to enhance their needs, not yours. Provision 9. The profession of nursing, as represented by associations and their members, is responsible for articulating nursing values, for maintaining the integrity of the profession and its practice, and for shaping social policy. In trying to summarize my personal philosophy of ethics and nursing, I think back to Larry Spears. There's a quote here by him: "The mightiest of rivers are first fed by many small trickles of water." His writings on the practice of servant leadership really strike a chord with me, and I really have a great appreciation of his understandings of that. So when he talks a lot about how leadership should approach a workforce, it really feeds through to nursing structure. The following characteristics are central to servant leaders, and I'm just going to talk a bit about how those key fundamentals flow through for nursing. Listening. For nursing, of course, listening, we have to approach that with our patients and with our coworkers. Spears talks about that, coupled with regular periods of reflection, is essential to growth. Empathy. He notes that people need to be accepted and recognized for their special and unique spirits. As nurse leaders, of course, we have to recognize our patients for their unique needs and care planning, but of course, we must recognize our coworkers as well. Healing. Many people have broken spirits and suffered from a variety of emotional hurts. He notes here that servant leaders have a unique ability to help make whole those who have those emotional hurts. And of course, as nurses, we have that ethical obligation to try to make whole those people we come in contact with. Persuasion. As servant leaders, we have a positional authority to try to help make those decisions within an organization. Conceptualization. He notes here that we can seek to nurture abilities among our coworkers. Even we can nurture abilities in our patients that they don't know they have to even manage their own health care. But we can dream big dreams to help carry on healthcare and make it bigger and better and more functional. Foresight. This is not always a natural ability, but it's something that seems to be innate in most leaders. But as he notes, seems to be deeply rooted within the intuitive mind. Stewardship. Stewardship allows us to serve the needs of others, and as nurses, stewardship does allow us to serve more. Commitment to the growth of people. Servant leaders believe people have an intrinsic value beyond their tangible contributions, as noted in his writings. And as nurses, if we truly believe this, we can carry that on with our coworkers and our patients and truly lift nursing above and beyond. Building community. He notes in his writings that local communities have been brought into larger institutions and have lost a lot of their smaller community actions. And what we can do as servant leaders and nurse leaders is build community among those we work with and carry on that community feeling among those we work with. And as servant leaders and nurse leaders, that's an action we can take on among ourselves. And for all these actions, they truly feel like it's an activity that I believe is an ethical obligation of nurses to carry on, to take care of each other, take care of a community, and of course take care of our patients.